Both corners are so full of energy that there's no doubt this will be a great battle. The stage is set and the curtain is up. It's Attack Rose. It's evasiveness.
I feel like they purposely put double team on more Pokemon just because of the chance for fog.
The air in the Colosseum is tense.
And I find it annoying that Lapras should be defeated. Sword Stance Full Tackle, get out. Sure, I get hit by a hard hit, but I'll heal some with leftovers back. Also, I didn't check how many Pokemon they have. Let's pay attention and find out. Do they have 4? Previously, Kruger's always used the amount of Pokemon that the set was going to use after him.
Porygon Z is sent out.
They do have 4 Pokemon here.
Yep. Tense and charged. Bam! A huge amount of damage. It's down. Kingler restored its health. Absol is sent out. Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory? Slammed him. A huge amount of damage. It's down. Crobat is sent out. The battle has reached its final stage, and the tension is peaking. Kingler starts to attack. Rushing blow. A huge amount of damage. It's down. The game is now over. It's a total victory for the blue corner. The stage is set and the curtain is up. It's Attack Rose. It's Special Attack Rose. The situation is a bit of a stalemate. It's a mental tug of war as they anticipate each other's move. Both corners' moves failed.
Wait, did they trace my speed boost? No, they must have had download.
In the Colosseum.
Pretty sure they didn't use Nasty Plots.
The blue corner
And then I missed twice, and then they missed twice, so... I guess it's not too bad. They could hit me really hard. Let's see if we can hit them before they can hit us. Thank you.
Bam! Taken down by an intense blow. Jumpluff is sent out. the move can't hit the opponent. The sun's rays have suddenly intensified. Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. What kind of developments can we expect to see next? Bam! A huge amount of damage. It's down. Hitmonchan is sent out. The sunlight in the Colosseum is blinding. I wonder how this is going to affect the battle. A fierce blow. Such amazing power. The red corner cannot move. Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. What kind of developments can we expect?
Yeah, it was a back-to-back right.
Whoa. That wasn't meant to switch on.
It's down.
Sorry.
And out. Porygon 2 is sent out. The battle has reached its final stage, and the tension is peaking.
Another Pori.
Kingler
Started with Porygon Z, now Porygon 2.
Fierce blow. Such
This one's a lot more
amazing
defensive,
power.
it survives.
Porygon 2 restored its health and feels the relief. Discharge hits. Taken down by an intense blow.
You know what? Let's show what Nepenthes' ability is.
Victory bell is
Because that hasn't actually been shown. I haven't actually... Yeah, I said that Golems hasn't been activated yet. Or applied yet. It's somewhat hard to tell what Yanma's is. I haven't totally not talked about Nepenthes' one. Because it hasn't been shown. Let's show what it is. Although it isn't certain from when you see this move anyway. But
missed.
if I say it's related to the move Rock Blast, you'll likely know what it is. And when you see it hit,
The battle has reached its final
it'll be
stage.
more likely to be true.
A rigid
I don't like that it's faster than me and it's hitting me now. It copied my speed boost. I actually hit the move so I could show you,
The
like,
blue corner still can't pull off a
stupid! Come on!
move. The end of the battle is getting
Found
closer by the
poison
minute.
jab. No, it already beat me with speed boost.
Big hit.
Stupid fog. Was it even fog or was that just not having enough accuracy? Oh, go, Charizard. Show them what you can
Charizard
do.
is sent out. The sun is scorching the Colosseum again.
I think someone else put sun
Porygon 2
earlier.
starts to attack.
Oh, yeah, that discharge.
Fierce blow.
Just
Such
eruption,
amazing
take him out, please.
A fierce blow. The red corner barely holds on. Porygon 2 desperately holds on.
Didn't even take it out with eruption. Guess it was too low HP. Yeah, this isn't going so well.
Charge hits.
It's already taken out 3 of my Pokemon. I think I might need the heal HP thing after this battle. Otherwise, the next fight might be my undoing. Landslide. Go.
Golem is sent out. It's been nothing but big trouble for the red corner. Will the outcome be determined in the next turn? Golem starts to attack. Bam! The game is now over. The blue corner pulled off an impressive victory.
Sorry, I wasn't looking at chat for a few minutes. I was looking at something else while I was playing. I did doubles and made it up to like mid-60s, 80s using just legendaries, and I've carefully planned weather teams too. Kyogre and Zapdos, Ho, and Groudon. That makes sense, yeah, that works pretty well together. Ho, Groudon, like Groudon can do Earthquake. Zapdos, like it could use Discharge potentially, but then Kyogre will probably want to use Protect if we're going to use them together. Although Kyogre, just either make it Timid or put a Choice Scarf on it, Water Spout. It's really good. Draw Sacred Fire, really nice combo too. Okay, got the HP heal. Good. Very happy with that. I don't want it to end at Battle 43. But I guess in the fight against Porygon 2, I could have played it a bit more serious to have a higher chance at winning, but I felt confident enough with all the Pokemon that I had that I would make it through. But that Porygon 2 did make it a bit
Both corners are so full
dangerous.
of energy
Dangerous. Made it a bit scary.
The stage is set and the curtain is
I still expected to win that fight, but if I wouldn't have gotten an HP heal from the wheel, this fight could have been really dangerous if there was one Pokemon in there that would do annoying things, like try to fissure me. There's quite a few 1KO moves in there, or I just noticed them a lot more now, because there's just so many fights in a row. So there seem to be a lot, but there's already about 43. So, I guess.
Big hit.
The survival battle doesn't have ranks like rank 1 through 8. If it would have, it would take you probably 800 battles to get through all the ranks, so that would be huge. So it makes sense that this doesn't really have ranks. Maybe it does slowly upgrade with how good the opposing Pokemon are. I think it still will, but just slowly and not a huge amount. We'll see exactly how it is. It would be interesting to see exactly how every rank is programmed and what Pokemon are and aren't allowed and what it limits itself to and stuff. But the fact that there's more Pokemon after every in every set or after every few sets, starting with 1, then twice you have 2, then 1 with 3, and then set 5 is 4 Pokemon. That already makes it a lot more difficult. And then no healing in between fights, especially late in the later fights, where things are a lot more difficult and the opposing trainers use a lot more Pokemon. And we're not even halfway this Colosseum, and the opponents are already using more Pokemon than you would normally face in a single battle in any Colosseum, because then it's 3. Sure, I still have the option of 6, assuming they're not fainted. But the opponent's using 4 Pokemon in a single battle. I do actually wonder, how would this be in doubles? Because doubles, you obviously start with 2. Maybe doubles uses the same amount of Pokemon used in each set, but it just starts with 2, and then stays at 2 for the second one, and then maybe goes to 3 a bit earlier? I don't know. Maybe I'll find out in the future. I expect, because I love this game so much, that at one point I'll do doubles survival battle as well. But not now. I think after I'm done with single battles, I want to do other stuff for a while. Especially now remembering that you can't get out of the survival battle to other things before you finish survival battle. What would also be annoying is if I get to level fight 95 and then just lose, because if I understand correctly, it's like Millionaire thing show, like the TV show. You can get really far, but if you get a question wrong, you lose everything. Although I guess there are things you can fall back on in the Millionaire show. I'm not sure if that's applied here, but I just want to make it to 100, so I'm gonna try it. Unless I have, let's say, 1 Pokemon left after a certain fight. Even then, I'm pretty confident I can hit the HP heal.
Suffers from poison.
Anyway, I was gonna look up why crabs walk sideways.
Well, both
So let's
corners
look up why
still
crabs
have a
walk
chance
sideways.
to
Also,
win
Alexander, you're not
this.
taking me out because I now have 2 speed boosts. Get out!
Big hit.
Why do crabs walk sideways?
A huge amount of damage. It's down. Kingler restored its health. Porygon Z is sent out.
Yeah, their leg joints bend outward, so it makes sense due to their design. And that it's natural for them to move sideways. There's a few species of crabs that can move forward because their bodies are shaped in a way that makes them longer than they are wide.
Taken down by an
Raninids
intense blow.
are among them. Front pair of legs that are mainly used for defense and grasping food for most crabs. Can be used to move forward, but doing so is not very efficient, doesn't allow the crab to move quickly. Thus, most crabs move sideways since they can move quickly and most efficiently that way. Yeah, that is how their joints work. So that makes the most sense. But then I wonder, through evolution, why did the sideways going ones, if we assume that the stronger survives, how did, through evolution, the sideways moving crab beat the forward moving crab? Biology thoughts with Alka193. Why in evolution did the sideways walking crab beat the forward walking crab? Or whatever the ancestors were, if you couldn't call them crabs yet at the time. Can I just transfer the poison on Kingler to Dusclops? So Kingler can just keep doing its thing, and then Dusclops can have its poison heal active from turn 1. Oh, Fog especially. I was already thinking of switching against the jump left, considering I don't have Swords Dance or Speed Boost active at the moment. And now I also have reason to get rid of the Fog.
Calls their Pokemon back. Charizard is sent out. And now, the battle begins.
It was doing it! It was using Sunny Day!
A heated battle is unfolding in the Colosseum.
Wait, why did I already lose an eruption? I thought I healed my power points recently.
Charizard fell asleep.
Maybe not since that Porygon 2
The
battle?
sunlight in the Colosseum is blinding. I wonder how this is going to affect the
I did
battle.
wonder, what's Jumpluff going to do against the Charizard?
But this is not a favorable matchup.
Jumpluff could probably do with something like Power Gem.
The air in the Colosseum
To hit fire
is
types, to hit
tense.
flying types. Some kind of special rock move.
Hit.
Especially the sets that these guys are given, because the only real strong moves they can do are normal type and grass. Their support Pokemon that are meant, they're not that great for battling one-on-one. They support so the other can do the finishing.
Nailed by eruption. Taken down by an intense blow.
Also, now that I can do even more with like the ability changing on these Pokemon, if you're in, like if you're watching me on Twitch, through any streams you can gather up channel points. And the channel points, you can redeem them just with a little button below the chat. You can see how many channel points you have. Here in my stream, they're called Poké Dollars. And you can redeem them for multiple things. Some of them are general for streams. Ow, that hurt. Some are general for streams, some are more specific. Some are like only for Jatbox. One of them is only for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. One of them for Jatbox and for Use Your Words. But there's 2 of them. The Pokeball and the Master Ball thing you can redeem. They apply to Pokemon Battle Revolution. The Pokeball thing, which you can redeem for 1,200 Poké Dollars. So the same price in-game as an Ultra Ball, if you want to look at it that way. for the price of an Ultra Ball, I have a Pokeball.
Earthquake tears open the ground.
I should maybe just call it the Ultra Ball because it's the exact same amount.
It couldn't take
Huh.
it. It's
Yeah, because originally I was going to do Poke, Great, Ultra, and Master. I'd never do that. Maybe I need to change it. Anyway, for 1,200 Poke Dollars, you can choose one Pokemon, and if you want the exact set, ability, nature, whatever, that you want that Pokemon to have,
Purugly starts to attack.
and I use it on either I build it that stream and I use it that stream, or I'll use it on the next stream and certainly use it in a video very soon.
The red corner.
If you redeem the Master Ball for 5,000 Poké Dollars, you actually get to choose the entire team. So you can just say, only use rock types, and I'll just decide everything for the rest of myself. But you can also be saying, I want you to use a Magikarp, a Butterfree, a Charizard, a Raichu, a Kadabra, and a Shaman. Give all the natures, all the abilities, all the effort values, attacks. You can tell me exactly what you want if you redeem that Master Ball, and I will make a team out of that. Use it in the stream. Use it in at least one video, potentially more, depending on how the original video, the playthrough, the Coliseum goes. How much I like the team, I might bring it back.
Yanma is sent out. Nailed by Bravebird. Taken down by an intense blow. The game is now over. The blue corner pulled off an impressive victory.
Nice. Get rid of the poison on Kingler. And I was able to heal my Pokemon. It was Kingler that was still poisoned, right? Because it was Golem and Charizard that were taken out? Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, I switched it turn 1 on that jump bluff, yeah. Battle is an illusion. Ta-da!
They're ready to battle and are awaiting their trainer's orders. The battle begins! It's attack Rose. It started to hail in the Coliseum.
You know what? If there was fog up, I would not complain about hail, because that gets rid of the fog, even if I get damaged. Not sure if leftovers or hail comes first. I want to say the leftovers is first. Leftovers, then hail, then speed boost. No. It's hail, then leftovers, then speed boost.
A heated battle is
I mean, no.
unfolding in the
Hail,
Coliseum.
then speed boost, then leftovers. That's something I do want to look into, just to learn some more details about how Pokemon work.
Rushing blow.
Because I know that, let's say, if multiple Pokemon have abilities that activate upon entering battle, things like Intimidate or Draw It, and Pokemon are sent into the start of the battle, there is a way to know which order they go in. I want to say it's the fastest Pokemon activates their ability first. So the slower Pokemon, let's say if there's a Kyogre with a Drizzle, but you brought yourself a Hippowdon with Sandstream, then it should be Sand in the battle instead of Rain, because the Rain sets up first and then the Sand immediately takes over. I want to say the faster one goes first, I'm not sure on that. But also in between turns, things like Poison or Burn damage, Hail or Sandstorm damage, or in general just showing what the weather is. Things like Speed Boost activating, items such as Toxic Orb and Flame Orb activating that activate the start of the turn, Sticky Barb damage, items like Leftovers, what's the poison leftovers? Black Sludge. Exactly when do they activate? Things that end. What are other things that end at the end of the turn? Not Confusion. Are there status effects that end at the end of the turn?
The move can't hit the
Encore?
opponent.
Encore ending, just a message showing up. It doesn't really matter when it ends, if it's in between turns. But I want to know, is there a page, like someone can tell me either in the stream chat or on YouTube? Maybe I'll have found it by the time that hits YouTube, because it probably is not going to hit YouTube for another week with how many videos I've prepped already. But I want to know the exact order of all the different things and just make a video on that and just discuss it. Not necessarily to teach people, although I guess in the way that will teach people, but just because I'm so interested into the detail of that and potentially even why it wasn't a certain order. Because maybe in Gen 1 it was a certain order and then it was changed in Gen 3. Possible. I want to know the why, but why isn't all that important? I just want to know the order. Because there are a lot of things that can happen in between turns. Probably some things I don't even think of, like really moves that you barely ever see, or scenarios that do have to be considered because they are possible to happen. And that's why there has to be some coding for it. I'm trying to find a page of everything that happens in between turns. Actually, I might be able to look that up now as the next battle starting up. I'm not going to look too hard, but I do want to look. Let's see, Pokemon in between turns. Yeah, I was going to say, when I type in that Pokemon in between turns on Google, it gives me Pokemon trading card game rulings.
Both trainers are carefully planning their strategy. The battle begins! It's attack Rose.
Yeah, if I call it in between turns, that's just the Pokemon TCG terms. So I'm not gonna look more now, but I totally didn't see what Chimecho did. I just heard something. It was an encore. I heard wiggle, 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 wiggle. So was that tickle? Was it? It wasn't uproar because that would have damaged me, or it damaged me so little that leftovers healed it. I totally didn't see what Chimecho did. And I'm not gonna make a Twitch clip just to see what it was.
Kingler dozes off. Lapras is sent out.
Yawn, because I'm sleeping now. It was yawn. And it's gonna use this time to set up a double team. Why?
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take
Glad I woke up early. Full tackle. And I hit through the double team immediately as well. That's nice. Big HP and Lapras though. I don't like the animation for yawn because every time I see it, I actually yawn like not even 2 seconds after I do it. Now I have to yawn. That is something interesting. I don't remember much of the details of it. I remember Mythbusters. I'm not sure if you know the show, but the show Mythbusters did a test on how yawning works. Like, and they had people. Oh, thank you, Cody, for the follow. Thank you very much. They had people watch like a sort of a movie advertisement, weird video thing, some in like a cinema. But then a couple of times throughout the that video or series or whatever they were watching, they had really short flashes of yawn, of just the word yawn appearing on screen, and then it was gone. Like you could barely notice it, but it was there, so your brain could process it. Or let's say in the middle of the movie, suddenly one of the background characters would have a green shirt on with in black the text, "I need to yawn." And just some really little hidden things like that. And see with hidden cameras how many people would actually yawn and what the effects of it would be. And what the effects would then be of people watching the movie. I remember being really interested in that. There's some myths that are just really interesting myths that they've gone for. But some of those psychological experiments, I'm not really sure if I can call it that, but I really love those. I'm not even sure if it might have been Mythbusters actually. What's a different show? Different kind of scientific show, I think. Oh, is it not Brainiac? I think Richard Hammond hosted the show. It wasn't Mythbusters. It was Brain something. Might have been Brainiac, and Richard Hammond was the host of it. I think. That was Joe. Sorry, Coley, I'm only getting to your message now. I just realized I'd never follow you in here, so I thought I'd do it before I head off to bed. Just a quick hi and goodbye, good night. Thank you very much, Coley. Or Nikki, considering you're going by Nikki now on Discord. Thank you very much. Nice to see you, or thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Good night.
Slam by head smash. Taking it out already. Victory bell is sent out. The blue corner has already taken some serious damage. However, this battle is just getting started. Pounded by Woodhammer. Taken down by an intense blow. Shuckle is sent out. The blue corner currently leads. Can they end this quickly?
Oh, I can actually show off my ability now, sort of. If it would actually start hitting the move!
Fails.
It's not hit Rock Blast once!
Its evasiveness rose.
I don't remember the last time there was even fog or not.
Well, both corners still have a chance to
How
win.
accurate is the
Who's
move?
going
Is
to
it
take the
80%?
glory?
80%. Come on, 80% move. Let's hit. There's no fog. Thank you. Now, this doesn't prove my ability, but it makes it pretty likely what it is.
Shuckle burrowed its
Oh,
way
dig. We're doing that too.
underground.
So,
The
I
blue
just
corner
evade by
calls
being a
their
flying type
Pokémon.
and then hit after that.
Charizard is sent out. The move fails. Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. What kind of developments can we expect to see next? The red corner still can't pull off a move. The battle rages on. Their concentration is certainly being tested. Shuckle protects itself.
Just stop. I'm happy you haven't used Toxic yet. Or you did and I totally missed it last turn because I wasn't paying attention.
The blue corner
That's
still
possible.
can't pull off a move.
I don't think you did,
Neither
no.
corner has made
Because that seems like a Toxic
decisive attack
Pokemon.
yet. Which corner will make
And then
the
dig
attack
to stall
that
for an extra
change
turn
the
as well.
situation?
There's a Toxic. I don't think I have
It was barely
a fully accurate move such as Shockwave on this.
Charizard
So,
suffers
we
from
hit hard, we hit quick.
The battle rages on.
Any hit we can get is good at this point, because otherwise it's going to totally put up more double teams. And it's going to become even harder to take out the Shuckle. I should be able to take it out with another Rock Blast.
The blue corner
Would it hit?
pull off a move.
Because I was able to do well over half damage last time.
Slowly increasing.
And I know I'll get 5 hits thanks to my ability with Victory Bell.
The move fails.
But I thought I'd switch to Delta to not only not get hit by Dig, but also because of the better accuracy on Eruption than Victory Bell has with
Neither
Rock
corner has
Blast.
made a decisive attack yet. Their concentration is certainly being tested.
Their concentration and their patience. Stalling Pokemon,
The blue corner
especially
still
with
can't
Double
pull
Team.
off a move.
I'm so happy there's no
Well,
fog.
both corners
Well, otherwise I
still
would have
have a
gotten rid of it a lot earlier with
What kind of
Charizard,
developments
but
can we
still.
expect to
Please
see
hit
next?
through it, because he's gonna protect next turn. See, how much of Toxic do I have left? one turn.
Neither corner has
Might
made
as well
a
try
decisive
Eruption in
attack
case they
yet.
decide not to
Their
protect.
concentration is certainly being
But it
tested.
makes a lot of sense that they use Protect. So yeah, that's the end of Charizard. Got beaten by a
The blue
Shuckle.
corner still can't pull off a move. It's down to the
I have a
damage
Shuckle
from
set
poison.
that I really like. But it requires a move that is in Generation 6. Because it needs Infestation. Okay. I was thinking I'll just try Toxic and just, while they stall, I stall and I beat them. But that requires me to go through an accuracy check that I could just go through with Nepenthes as well. And actually, Nepenthes can't be hit by Toxic. The only thing that Nepenthes could be hit by them is Dig.
Who's going to take the glory? Its attack missed.
Makes sense they're going for Dig. Wait, isn't Shadow Force an always hit move? Or is that just it goes through Protect? No, just 100% accuracy. It hits through Protect. But I can't really... I don't expect him to use Protect much, because they don't have leftovers. I'm really happy he doesn't have leftovers. That would have made it a lot more difficult. Glad he has Citrus Berry. This doesn't deal with that much damage, so I have a lot of chances to use Rock Blast.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory?
Okay, you know what? I have a theory that Shadow Force will always hit through Protect and then also not get an accuracy check. Like, it skips the accuracy check if it goes through Protect. So if he would have used Dig again, I would have used Shadow Force the turn it came out.
It's down and out.
So we're gonna check some Shadow Force data. Was that the final Pokemon or is the battle is continuing? It was one of the ones in the middle. We still have the Porygon Z to mess around with. And then there's something after that.
Still have a chance to win this.
Far from done. Woodhammer. Kabam!
Fierce blow. Such amazing power. Hit by Psychic. It's down and out. Yanma is sent out.
Well, these fights are, one, just a lot longer, but also a lot harder due to, one, the Pokemon that we fight, but also, two, due to the amount of Pokemon that we fight. A lot different than the first set of 10. Let's check the length of the first set of 10, where they all use one Pokemon except Kruger used 2, where we did almost everything with Kingler. That's probably a shorter video than just 3 or 4 battles of this.
Carnivine is sent out. The battle has reached its final stage, and the tension is peaking. Slammed him. A huge amount of damage. It's down. The battle has ended. The blue corner has won the game.
Let's see. It doesn't say anywhere that it bypasses accuracy checks. So potentially, Shadow Force can still miss if it goes through Protect. Though it does skip accuracy checks in Gen 6 if used on a Pokemon that used Minimize. And it deals double damage. Although in Gen 7 that the bypass of accuracy checks doesn't apply anymore, nor the double damage. It's just normal on something used Minimize. A Bugcatcher. Against me.
They're ready to battle
With
and
Cookie.
are awaiting their trainer's orders.
Let's boost up my power.
The battle begins.
Sword Dance.
It's attack.
I was
roll.
thinking Power Trick plus Explosion. Shadow versus... Yeah, Shadow versus does go through Protect. Power trick and
fierce blow.
explosion.
Such amazing power.
On Chucky? On Chuckle?
Kingler restored
That could be a thing. It's a huge explosion where you'd lose your Pokemon straight up.
Is tense.
It would be a very powerful explosion.
Rushing blow.
Glad that took it out. I was thinking waterfall might not be enough.
Taken down by an intense blow. Scyther is sent out. Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory?
Scyther's less defensive, so waterfall should take it out unless there's a focus sash or focus band.
Rushing blow.
The focus band isn't
Taken
a
down
standard
by
item.
an intense blow. Armaldo is sent out.
That is weak to water, so that should be fine.
Slammed him. Taken down by an intense blow.
You can technically use that combo through careful breeding on forages. Gonna look into that.
Shuckle is sent out.
Oh, look, it's
The end
another
of the battle
Shuckle.
is getting closer by the minute.
Get taken out. There's no fog. There's no double team yet.
Rushing blow.
Go away, you stupid
A
Chucky.
huge amount of damage. It's down. The game is now over.
Let's see.
It's a
Forages
total
Gen
victory for the
4.
blue corner.
It can get Power Trick from Shuckle in Hard Gold Soul Silver, yeah. And then Forages learns Explosion by level up. So yeah, if you breed a female Pineco or Fortress with a male Shuckle with Power Trick, then that's possible. What battle are we on? Oh, we're on 50, yay! I was thinking of stopping after 50. I'm glad we're on 50. I thought we might still be on, like, 46. Well, we're on 50, okay, that's good. Let's see if we get the special music here, because this is one of the milestones. 50, you get a pass. We'll see if we do. Please don't reveal very much, because even though I remember a lot about the game, there's just things I don't. Do we get the music? We still don't get his music? Please tell me we actually get Kruger's music at Battle 100. Because otherwise we literally only hear the music twice. When you go through it... When you go through Courtyard Coliseum originally, and then when you have to sort of rematch with Kruger in Stargaze.
Trainers are carefully planning their strategy. And now, the battle begins. It's attack Rose.
Yeah, let's see what Kingler can do. It has attack order on this, but I'd like to set up for later Pokemon.
The situation is a bit of a stalemate. It's a mental tug of war as they
Attack
anticipate
order.
the move. Bam!
Yeah, I think that without the Sword Sense that would have been enough as well, with Kingler's high attack stat.
Kingler restored its health.
130 base attack, 115 base
Sent
defense.
out. Well, both
Porygon
corners
Z.
still have a chance to
Let's see
win
if it's...
this.
I don't
Who's
think it
going
will.
to take the glory?
Porygon 2 would survive. Porygon Z does not.
Taken down by an
Thing is,
intense
now is when Future Sight will hit. Yeah, Future Sight hitting. Doom Desire hitting. Another thing that can be in the what happens in between turns in the Pokemon video game thing.
attack by
So I think I started mentioning that in this set, or was that in the previous set and I just already don't remember because it was so long ago.
Clefable is sent out.
Because I played a lot of these in a row and I just cut it into separate things later.
Kingler starts to attack.
Yeah, at this time of the streaming this on Twitch, I don't yet know the order.
Taken down by an intense blow.
Because if I say put in between turns on Google, it just comes up with Pokemon TCG.
Kingler restored its health.
That's the official term. I didn't see how many Pokemon does he use.
The battle has
Only
reached
4?
its final stage.
I was thinking because it was the milestone of Battle 50 or Match 50, he would use 6 Pokemon, and then maybe they used 4 again after that. But because it's the milestone, it was special. All right, Kingler, finish it. Do Battle 50 on your own.
Rushing blow.
Sometimes battles take a lot of Pokemon out, like 3 of them we've seen earlier, like twice. And sometimes Kingler just works.
Game
As long as the first thing isn't an Alakazam with Energy Bolt, there's no fog, and there's no annoying Shuckle around that use double team and stuff.
50 consecutive wins in the survival battle.
50 consecutive wins. And that is where we are going to click the quick save button. Between 60 and 80 is 5, and 80 to 106. That might be, yeah, that sounds logical that it does become 5 and 6 in the future. I don't remember. I'm not going to look it up. I just want to be surprised when I get there. For now, though, I am going to quick save and get out of there because it is late. And I have done 50 battles through the survival battle already. And these fights now are taking a lot longer than the 1 Pokemon matches at the start. So I am going to end the stream, but we're going to raid someone.